natural ball. That's what he can do with the ball. And the youngster bowling from the other end, Knight need to take that serious note at what is he trying to do. Wahab Riaz. It's the line and length. Hitting the line and length on a consistent basis. So you need to really have a closer look at where he's trying to pitch the ball. It's a big learning curve. Players like Wahab Riaz in the same team get the most out of them in the field and also in the dressing room. After 6:33 without loss. Kumila 33 without loss. We mentioned correction here. We mentioned about Naseem Shah, but Naseem Shah will be bowling for Kumila. They're batting at the moment. Wahab Riaz in the attack, and now Nasum change of ends. Yeah, there is a bit of a grip, isn't it? Circle the Ambrose with a bit of a grip and turn for the spinner.
That is why I mentioned a little bit earlier, after there is a good cricket pitch. Something for the fast bowlers, something for the spinners. It's true enough the batsman can play the strokes. So kudos must be given to the ground staff here. Because we know whenever they don't prepare good pitches, we give them a hard time. So when they do, we should applaud them.
Yeah, the last night that Khulna played, they lost to Dhaka. Lower scoring affair. Dhaka dominators managing to score 108, getting bowled out for 108, but then Khulna struggled and finished up with 84, being bowled out. Dhaka winning by 24 runs. Khalid Mahmood Shujon, former captain of the Bangladesh team, director of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, is with the Premium Bank Khulna Tigers. And I'll be hoping that this pair gets dislodged, because this is a dangerous pair. Both can really hurt the opposition. He's been in good nick, 24 of 29, Liton Kumar. And easy pickings. He gets so much time to bat.
He's a good player, Liton does. Not the best run rate at the moment, but both players are so good, they can always accelerate when necessary.
It's a good over, just 4 runs in that over from Nasum Ahmad. Kumilla victorious, 37 without loss. Yeah, I was just wondering why Nahidul Islam is not in the attack. Already 4 bowlers used so far, because the last time he played that game against Dhaka Dominators, he opened the bowling and he picked up 4 for 6 in 4 overs, out of which 2 were maiden. He opened the bowling with Nasum Ahmad. Well, now he is in the attack from the Minister end. But is it a little bit too late? He was simply brilliant with the ball. The right arm off spinner to open spaces on the offside. Good sensible batting. They don't look to be in any sort of rush.
They probably want to make sure maybe the first 10 overs they don't lose any wicket. One, if any, and then look to accelerate after that. That probably could be the plan. I haven't seen them raise their bat in anger just yet. So far they're cruising along nicely. Not at a rapid rate, obviously, but they probably want to have enough wickets in hand for maybe the last 10.
Yeah, it looks like that they're going in that direction, Sir Kirtley Ambrose. Rizwan 13 of 13. 26 of 32 deliveries. Now have a look at that, the 4 wicket spill that Naidu has come for. He just kept on picking up wickets one after another. Everybody trying to take him on. This is back live. And that is smashed over the fielder at cover for the boundary. Just short. And gives that opportunity for the batter, Litun Kumar Das, to free his arms.
It wasn't a bad delivery by any chance. He just really played a wonderful shot, Litun Das. Transfer his weight on the back foot. Backed away a little bit and hit it over extra cover. That was a brilliant shot.
A little bit closer, but he's cut that. A little bit too close to cut, but he's got away with that. He'll pick up a single. Yeah, he's exceptional. You know, he picked up the 2, and then he picked up 2 more. Again, trying to hit. This was a really good catch. This is back live. After 8, it's 44 without loss.
It's a good start for Comilla. It's a steady start. Nothing out of the ordinary, but then it's quite clear that the plan is to build something and then maybe launch. Hence Rizwan and Litun has taken their time. This is Naheed. Oh, chipped in there. 1 bounce for 4. Good start to the over for Comilla. Very good afternoon, HD Ackerman.
Well, is this the moment? Is this the moment that we start to see the foot being put down? They've been very, very watchful, both these exceptional players. There's a little bit of width there. Anything where there's width, players just let their arms go. That was placed over extra cover.
I thought it was sliced. It was expertly played. Just waited for it. Just a bit of extra pace. Oh, well played. Very well played, I'll tell you. Just waited for it. That was quicker. Just ran it down to third man. Back-to-back boundaries. That's a clever shot. Using the pace, just running it down. That was 145. Used the pace, ran it down. 39 of 36, Litun. 1 strike. Another short one. Not in control. falls in no man's land. Just a single. He got 9 of the first 3. He is working up a good head of steam. 144, the previous one 145. Started off with a slower ball first up. Kumila gradually building something solid. The foundation's important. Pace off the ball.
I must admit, I'm a little bit surprised that Yasser Ali decided to field first. I think his side has they've struggled to chase totals down. Just the other night when there was they had to chase a little over 100, they could only muster 80. And I think sometimes when you've got a batting side that's a bit low in confidence, try and post something. Try and post something first.
Oh, using the pace and working the angles. Not a boundary.
You know, this is a lovely stroke. We've seen one where he's just let the ball come off the bat and run down to the left-hand side of deep third. This time he needs to just place it a little bit better because there's a touch of width, not a lot at all. This time it goes past the right hand of deep third.
Not an attractive player, not a stylish player. Likundas, lovely to watch, so easy on the eye, so much like an artist at work. Just makes batting look so easy. He's got 14 runs, really without breaking too much of sweat. Some really good shots, timing perfect. Last ball of the over. And he'll be happy with a single. It's a big over for Kumila. 59 without loss, 15 of the over. Right, 59 without loss, and it is time for that strategic timeout.
Attention to ICC anti-discrimination policy. Policy statement on inappropriate conduct. It shall be a breach of the terms and conditions of entry to the venue for any to attempt to engage in any through the use of language, gestures, or otherwise, which is likely to offend, insult, humiliate, intimidate, threaten, disparage, or vilify any other person, including players and officials or spectators, on the basis of their race, religion, culture, caste, descent, nationality, ethnic origin, sex, gender, sexual orientation, disability, marital status, or maternity status. Such action may not be tolerated and is likely to result in rejection from the venue, the imposition of other sanctions, such as being banned from the venue in the future, and possible further action, including criminal prosecution.
Formula Victorians starting to make those bigger buildings. Little Das looking good on 45 on 39, and Rizwan supporting him on 14 of 15.
And he's faced more than double the amount of balls that Rizwan has faced with Kumar Das. He's been the more aggressive of the two. He's a lovely player to watch. He has deft touch, he has power, he has lovely timing. And he certainly is one of those players that people enjoy coming to watch.
Yes, he's looked so good, so as I said, so lovely on the eye. The way he moves, timing, it's really classical batting. Such wonderful technique as well. It's going to be Nahidul coming on. He's pulled a solitary over for 7 runs. Sensible. 2 is the call. Happy with 1. Just a quick reminder. Ispahani BPL T20 2023. Let me remind you that Ispahani is one of the most trusted business houses in Bangladesh, and also it's a heritage brand, and it's renowned for producing its high quality tea and food product. That's as far as our title sponsor is concerned. Ispahani. Oh, the wicket hit hard on the bounce.
This has just clipped the end of the finger. Might have cracked the nail. Split the nail. Let's hope it hasn't split any webbing, which is between the, between the fingers. Because that can be easily done. No, just a bit of the old magic spray, just to deaden the finger, and he'll be okay.
That was hit with some power. That's also his bowling arm, the right arm. He'll need those fingers because he's a finger spinner. 2 balls to 1 run, 60 without loss, almost at the halfway stage. That's the kind of start Formula Victorians have had. Very watchful, very sedate kind of start. Let's get another move just a little bit. They'll be wanting 2 here. They're happy with just the single.
Yeah, I think it's a good start if one of these two bat very deep into the innings. If they both get out in quick succession in the next couple of overs, I think it's a poor start.
I think that's the key. That is definitely the key. The reverse 4. He's toying this time with them. And that is 50 as well of 41 balls, 9 fours. What a wonderful innings from Little Das.
And quality players can score all around the wicket, and Little Das does just that. He can play in front of himself, he can play behind himself on the leg and the offside. He's a very dangerous player, and he's started to get going now. This is right off the middle of the bat.
Oh, so much at home. And the big one this time should be taken in the deep. Now that's what you were talking about. Batting deep. Little Das unable to do that. Throws it away.
Well, the problem here is the run rate is well under 7 to the over, and he has been the aggressor. This is not a good delivery, but it's just helped into the hands of the man at deep square leg. It's a simple catch for Andrew Balbirnie, and that will be the end of Liton Kumar Das. A big wicket for the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. Sees Das go for 50, 65 for 1.
They've sent in Johnston Charles at number 3. That's an interesting move. The strike rate, of course, to a 130, a best of 105. Over 5,000 runs in his career. Last ball of the over. Saiful to continue with a slip-in. He's off the mark with a single. 7 runs and a wicket. It's a good over from Saiful. It's 66 for 1. Right, Nasrun has bowled 3 overs for 13 runs. He's coming on at this stage with Johnston Charles just in. That's an interesting move. Obviously, there is something towards it. They talk about matchup. Do you think that's the result of it?
It might very well be. We haven't seen Johnston Charles walk the wicket yet and explode. He has knocked the ball around to start his innings. But he will be watchful. Yeah, there's a little bit of grip in the surface. But I think Littendas will be very disappointed with this. It's not a good delivery. It's not a good delivery at all. And he realises straight away that he's picked out that man on the deep square leg boundary.
One thing that's quite clear is surface. We did see earlier on batters looking to leave the ball outside the off stump, playing defensively. You spoke about a little bit of grip, so it doesn't appear to be the perfect surface. So maybe the Comilla batters are a different kind of target to aim at, rather than looking to blast the bowling around, looking to 180. They're looking at maybe 150. That could be the reason why they're approaching it. So interesting to see what the role Rizwan would play here. Still get a single.
Well, he faces a tricky decision here, Mohammad Rizwan, because as I mentioned a little bit earlier, is that if he goes and gets himself out now with the run rate being 6, 2 new batters at the crease, the Premier Kulna Tigers will feel that they can keep them to under 140. So he does need to just keep rotating the strike, and then try and have a go towards the back end. He doesn't want to be too risky just yet.
I think he's going to be the key. The fact that you spoke about someone batting deep, I think he needs to play that role. Last ball of the over. Well, he just can't get it away. 2 runs, it's a wonderful spell for Nazrul, 68 for 1. It's a very respectable looking bowling makeup, other than Naheed, who's gone at 12 runs and over. The rest very good. Assume just under 4 runs and over. Wahab just 3 runs. He's bowled a solitary over. Wahab Riaz is back. 11 overs gone, 68 for 1. Just to try and clarify the point about Rizwan batting deep. Both openers have used up a fair bit of deliveries. Das, the aggressor, has gone, so that's why Rizwan, he's used up 18 balls for 16 runs. Need to try and capitalize on the opportunity. Charles just in 2 of 6. He'll take some time. His surface appears to be one of those. Off the edge, that's 4. Squared him up.
This is very unlucky from Wahab Riaz. very, very unlucky. You can understand why there's no slip. Rizwan's been in there for a while. Maybe if it was Johnson Charles on strike, there would have been a slip, but not for Mohammed Rizwan. But this is a great delivery going across the right-hander. Finds a thin outside edge. And away for 4. Fortunate runs, but Rizwan will take him.
Oh, no real justice for the bowlers in this game. You find the batter, get beaten, you find the edge. It still result in a boundary. Quick run here, pushing and running. The other side of the coin is you can bowl a bad ball and still get a wicket.
It's funny how bad balls are often very good balls in T20 cricket. A long hop outside off stump by a left arm finger spinner gets cut away to the sweeper on the offside for 1. Whereas if it's a longer version game, it just gets cut away for 4. And sometimes those deliveries aren't the worst.
Johnson Charles on strike. At the moment, he's just content to watch it. He's just looking to knock it around. He's not looking to play those big shots. It tells you that he's trying to settle in.
It might be a little bit indicative of how that surface is playing, as you mentioned, that no one's confident to hit through the line of the ball.
It's not really coming on, it appears. It appears to be stopping. That last ball, to me, didn't come on. Johnson Charles was committed to the shot. He had, in fact, almost through with that shot. Oh, that's the big one. He's cleared the boundary. It's gone all the way for 6.
Well, pace in the surface doesn't matter if the ball's right up underneath Johnson Charles's nose. This is too over-pitched, this one from Wahab Riaz. And this is a big, strong man. Powerful. And he just clears that left foot ever so slightly. And away it goes.
Loves that area, Johnson Charles. That's his own. Pace and length. Look how he clears that front foot. And now the response is finally comes into the circle. Mid-wicket goes out. Mid-off still inside the 30-yard circle. And they got a third and a backward point. Nicely worked behind square leg for a single. I got pace off the ball that time for Wahab. Just a cutter into the pitch.
Yeah, difficult to bowl seam up when fine leg comes into the circle.
Nice ball of the over. They've got 12 runs off this. Quite a good one for Umila. And fine leg goes back to Rizwan on strike. Nice ball of the over. Oh, he deflects it. That was a dive, just a deflection. Allows the batter to go through for a single. 13 off the over. Umila at the end of 12 by 81 for 1.
Umila Victorians going at 6.75 runs per over. They reach 135, but what they should be targeting from now on, with lots of wickets in hand, is at least the 160 mark. And that stung. That came in with a bit of pace. And a little awkward, a little out of breath.
They must have hit the thigh of the back foot of Rizwan. Yes, coming back in. Ooh. It's closer. It's closer. Must be hurtful. My runner, he's definitely got some pace. Just 128 on that occasion.
Well, it's up in the air, not in control. There's a fielder trying to come underneath that one. Didn't quite get it. There was an effort from the keeper also going backwards. Just trying to hit his way out of trouble after that hit.
Definitely not looking comfortable at all. Trying to drag the ball from outside the off stump and pull it on the onside. Just fortunate on this occasion. So Mohammad Rizwan could be pretty content and looking for a quick breakthrough. The Victorians need an aggressor.
And that's dragged forward a square towards Cow corner. Again, not the most convincing looking shot. The batters at the moment being tied up, some good bowling and something in the wicket that's not really coming on to the bat for to use the pace. Even that speed, the last ball, couldn't get the timing right. It's been a bit of a struggle in trying to step on the gas and trying to increase their run rate. And this is where the bowlers have the opportunity. They'll feel that the batters will get frustrated, they'll try something different. Oh, Jack Pack did well to get a bit of bat on that one. An impressive bowling by Nahid.
He's bowling well. He's bowling well. He's going back to his first over. Got hit for a couple of boundaries. One of the first ball, one of the last. But he's made a fair comeback since then. Young kid, still a long way to go, but naturally has that steam, that pace in him. Somebody to look after and nurture. And yet again, the EPL proving to be the platform for a future prospect.
That little bit of extra bounce generates tall lad. 141 clicks. That's quite a pacey delivery from Nahid.
And it's not easy. We've gone for a few boundaries. He's gaining confidence. Good to see.
And that's hit away with disdain. You're talking about going for a few boundaries. That's over the boundary to finish the over. 90 for 1. Victorians haven't really come out of the blocks at a rate of knots. Lead Kumar Dash 50 of 2 seemed to be just stepping on the gas when he got out. Has been man of his quality and class. Have a look at the last ball of this over. Now he just offering the track. He's got really good hold of that, and he didn't like that. The skipper needs, in addition to the pace we were talking about, to progress as he progresses into that's possibly going to be signaled a while. It is.
Mohammad Saiful back for his second spell and for 12 of his first 2. Started off from the end, now coming from the minister end, which is the far end. Rizwan just tying things up from one end, but they need someone to step on the gas.
Scrum for space on that occasion. Accuracy has been the forte. Mainly, we just saw the many figures. Nausha Mohammed has really been impressive in terms of economy. And that's what is not allowed the batters to open up when he first came into bowl. Saifuddin also not very expensive yet. That little discussion with the skipper. Maybe some kind of plan worked out. He just remain in the position they were. Short and again, not really getting hold of that. Feeling for it rather. Timing still not perfect from Josh Charles.
Just, yeah, that is the projected score. 10 and over will get them 159, and that's what they should be targeting at least. With 9 wickets in hand and above 6 overs to go. And Kuzdil Shah is one of the candidates who'd be looking forward to coming into the pitch.
You need to throw caution to the wind. Something's got to give. Got to take a few chances. There you go, short arm jab. Once again, despite that reasonable power behind that shot, it finds the fielder in the deep. Just not been able to penetrate the gaps.
It is a game of momentum, and for me, the body language of the batters here is a bit down. They need something to go in for them.
You can see that little bit of a shuffle. You can see at least the effort from Mohammad Rizwan to try and upset the rhythm of the bowler, try to catch his eye. Just finds the gap. That will ease a lot of nerves. Those 4 runs will help their cause definitely.
Brilliantly placed. Superb placement by Mohammad Rizwan. Was on top of it and made sure he pierces the fielders in long on and deep at wicket. Gets the important 4 runs.
Likely the ball prior to that one, but that was a comfortable one to put away. One to finish over number 14. It's 98 for 1. Going at 7 and over, it's 98 for 1 after lost the wicket of Ishan Kumar Dash, but that's about it in terms of wickets. But the opposition will be pegging. All right, Pamela is downstairs with someone in the crowd.
যত ফুরিয়ে আইসো ননো, ঠিক বললাম তো? মানে কি? ও মাই গড, তোমরা কাকে সাপোর্ট করছো এই ম্যাচে?
খুলনা
টাইগার্স। কেন খুলনা টাইগার্স?
অবশ্যই আমাদের তামিম ইকবালের জন্য।
আমাদের তামিম ইকবালের জন্য?
হ্যাঁ, কারণ ওনার ম্যাচ তো আমরা ন্যাশনাল টিমে দেখেছি, এখানেও ওইখান থেকেই আসলে ওনার প্রতি একটা মানে খেলার
তোমাদের ফেভারিট লিটন দাস।
বিপিএল এর ম্যাচ দেখতে ভালো লাগছে।
আমি তো অনেক ফার্স্ট টাইম চলে আসছি। বাট তোমাদের আসল ফেভারিট টিম কোনটা? সিলেট টাইগার্স। ওকে ওকে ওকে, আচ্ছা আমাকে তোমরা তোমাদের ভাষায় পছন্দ করছো বিপিএল টি20? যত ভালো লাগে দেখিয়া খুব খুব ভালো লাগে খুব খুব ভালো লাগে
অনেক ভালো লাগতেছে সিলেটে আইছে তারা খরের গান অনেকদিন পরে দেখাত মিরপুরে করতে করতে এখন আইছে আমরা চাই আরো খরক আমরা চাই।
যাতে আমরা এনজয় করতে পারি।
থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ আমাকে তোমরা সিলেটি ভাষায় একটা সেলিব্রেশন গান বিপিএল এর জন্য বলতে হবে সবাই মিলে একসাথে রেডি সিলেটি ভাষা
Need. Get a move on. Johnson Charles, we keep on mentioning. Very effective striker of the ball, but this is Rizwan on strike. More content on nudging and pushing and getting the singles more often than the boundaries. He's kept one end up, which is very crucial from the Camilla perspective. And it'll be Charles now. A strike rate of 150 he's achieved so far. On some more, bludgeoning it away. Over the top. That's what's expected. Just 5 overs to go after this, so it is high time that they got to move on. Oh, there it is. Sliced it. Used the pace. Thank you. I'll take that. That was rather a loose delivery from Nahid and immediately punished for a maximum.
Well, the intent is clear from Johnson Charles. 2 biggies in this. That's very clever batting. Hit it late, use the pace of the bowler, and square cut it away. Backward of point for a 6. It's not an easy place to hit for a 6.
But that angle helped his cause. And trying to come back with the Yorker length, almost succeeding. This is the single to finish that over. 16 from the 15th over, 114 for 1. Big lost over. That's what's required on a consistent basis. Remaining 4. If they're going to go and target the 170 mark at least. Going to be a difficult task, but Charles is on the way. There he goes. This is way out of the ground. First ball, he continues and he fetches another maximum.
Definitely on song now. Kumilla Victorians flying high. 50 partnership is up between Rizwan and Johnson Charles of just 33 deliveries. Got underneath that one and launched it straight for a maximum.
And just hitting the inside part of the bat. Yes, shifting gears very quickly from about first gear to fourth in no time. Just what was needed. Quite a few 6s, 5 6s. Doesn't bother about hitting boundaries. No 4s, just the 6s. That'll do nicely for Johnson Charles. Will Rizwan join the party? He's been there for a while now. 32 of 30. 3 boundaries to him. He does want to join. Does shimmy down the wicket. And he just, whoops, good work. That is good work. I think they might have another look at it. I feel that the commitment shown there by Saiful stopped that, got outside the line, got back in to ensure that ball didn't go over the ropes.
Well, that's superb effort. Commendable effort from Saifuddin just to make sure that's the first attempt to block the ball. He himself goes out and then jumps back in, makes sure he raises his foot, the left foot, and I think he's done very, very well on this occasion.
a spectacular effort. That is very, very well done. You raise the spirit of the bowler with commitment like that. That's what you need, the support from the outfield. And, Mohammad Saifuddin himself being a pace bowler, it's difficult for a tallish bowler to tumble around, keep their balance, get back in. Very acrobatic effort from him. Goes! Not getting underneath that one. Almost got out took his partner out on that instance. Really hit it very hard. He pays him back action from Rizwan.
But you got to do what you got to do. It's like, man, I was just trying to move out of the way. Almost hit him.
Remember, he got hit himself by a bowler once, so he's living dangerously. Oh, wild swipe across. 16 overs have been completed, 125 for 1. And it's also time for the strategic timeout.
Only one joy of our Kulna Tigers bowlers in this outing, and that's why Kumela Victorians way ahead in this game. When you talk about Kulna Tigers, they haven't had a roaring time out there in the middle, and this has been a very good partnership. And the main contributor, Johnson Charles, has been very efficient with the long handle. No respect for Wahab Riaz. Just flat back the ball straight down the ground, and this one sailed over mid-on, and that's his favorite area. That was a brilliant stroke, slicing the ball off the face of the bat, and he has wheeled the willow quite efficiently. You have to give credit to Kumela Victorian. The way their batsmen approach this innings was remarkable. They realized this pitch is ultra demanding for the batters. They adapted very well. Just because of the reason they have denied the wickets to the opposition, they are in a very good position for an onslaught. And that's a timely wicket. Strategic timeout has worked for the bowling side, Kulna Tigers.
What a way to restart the innings. That man, Wahab Riaz, experienced campaigner, sliced it straight to backward point. Didn't have to move an inch. All he had to do was to take the catch cleanly. And that he did. And as you quite rightly mentioned, Amir, and a bit of a banter there from Wahab, the strategic timeout worked very well for the Commonwealth Victorians.
Nice. 125 for 2 now. Coachdale, the stage is set for him to launch himself. He's been very efficient in boundary hitting.
And this is for Dunstan Charles. He did well, but unfortunately for him, straight to backward point. Didn't have to move an inch. And he's a disappointed man after such a promising innings.
Yeah, he missed out, didn't he? He was batting beautifully. He's been prolific. Push to the shot. He has become reliable. Mohammad Rizwan. He was given a role to occupy and anchor this innings. And he has done it so effectively in most of the outings. He's been there for 34 deliveries, but just 36 runs. You cannot associate this with Mohammad Rizwan. But that is the job he's been given. Sir Kirtley, talking about this pitch, it has something to offer to the bowlers. And they haven't been able to pick up wickets, especially with the new ball. And that's why they are struggling.
I reckon that they're bowling the wrong lengths. They're bowling a little bit too close to the batsmen. That's why Johnson Charles could have gone over the top on a few occasions. They really bowl in that hitting arc. If they pull that length back a little bit, it offers more assistance, but they didn't do that consistently enough.
Oh, that was quick. That was very quick and well directed. Hitting Coachdale on his left hand. This is going to ring for a little while.
Good delivery from Wahab. Quick as well. Well directed. He was in no position to play the pull shot. Came off the gloves. But luckily for him, he went over the keeper's head, and the freezer is now out with a magic spray, as they call it, trying to numb the area maybe. Looks to be in some trouble at the moment.
There have been quite a few batters who have gone beyond 300 runs, and Wahab Riaz has become the highest wicket taker in this Isbahani BPL T20 2023, powered by Minister in association with Nagod. He has bowled really well. He used his experience, yes. In that few game, he was taken for plenty, but that's what happens to a bowler. As a bowler, you have to forget about that, shrug your shoulders, and look forward to another game. End of the over, 131 for 2.
One fell, one for two, the Camilla Victorians.
They're pushing for two. Oh, surprisingly, only one. I thought he was head on the thumb, not on the toe.
That's poor running. The fielder at long on had to travel for miles to his right, and they only barely got one. That's poor running. Poor running.
That certainly did annoy Mohammad Rizwan.
Only one.
That's good. A bowler should know how to concede a single to a dangerous batsman. And this is very handy in this format.
Naidul Islam, I don't think he'll worry too much about singles. That will never hurt them. The boundaries will. And so far in this over, he's doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, bowling 18th over. For 3 deliveries, conceded 2 runs. This is good. This will impel the batsman to taking chances, and that's what Rizwan did. And finds the gap. Picks up a boundary to release the pressure in this over.
And he's that kind of player. He can accelerate when he wants to. And that's a good shot. Over pitch that time from Naidul Islam.
Yeah, placement was really good.
Well, a little bit of a start and stop. Rizwan was advancing. Now they saw him and pulled out of his delivery.
Still a good delivery. Although he has conceded a boundary in this over, but it has been a good over given the circumstances.
Certainly has been. And if he can limit to a dot ball or maybe a single, would have been a very, very good over, considering his over number 18.
It did middle it, but placement wasn't there. Excellent running from Mohammad Rizwan. End of the over, 140 for 2. And the parlance of the game for me, an important over of this game is coming up. Wahab Riaz is the bowler. Bowls a dot delivery.
He's an experienced campaigner. Wahab Riaz. Very good in the death overs as well. Slow delivery. And once you can disguise your slow delivery, it's always a potent weapon to have in your arsenal. They look to be disguised as well.
Oh, lucky. But the result is good. For the Camilla Victorians, it was too wide. Even Azam Khan couldn't get there.
Lost his foot in. Wahab Riaz. At the point of delivery. And went way down the leg side. And no chance for the keeper. Look at that. Lost his foot in there. Hence the reason the ball went so far down the leg side. And the wicketkeeper had no chance.
Oh, this is huge.
right from the middle of the bat, and it has disappeared in the aisles. That mighty six brings up the 150 for the Commonwealth Victorians. And what a strike from Rizwan. He is the kind of player, if you're slightly off target, he will punish you. And that's exactly what he did to Wybreas. 150 on the board. Yeah, Wybreas has been guilty of erring in his line. The first delivery, he started over. It was outside the off stump. This time around, closer to the stumps, allowed the batsman to swing his arms. Oh, he's struggling. What is going on with Wahid? Second time he's fallen over in his over. Is it something with the surface, or is it something with the spikes in his boots? That's the second time. Something isn't quite right there. Now he looks to be in a bit of trouble.
It's 50 for Mohammad Rizwan. Second time. Has gotten there in this Ispahani BPL. I think it's a case of buying a new pair of shoes. And he can afford to do that. He has become the sports minister of Punjab, the biggest province in Pakistan.
You probably need to check the spikes. Maybe they're a little bit too short, so he's not really gripping in the surface enough. Good comeback though, good comeback.
Yeah, no room for the left-handed batsman to swing his arms. He was cramped because of that tidy line of length from Wybreas. Yeah, Hostel is finding it quite difficult to deal with Wybreas' deliveries. He hasn't broken free as yet. He wants him to bowl outside the off stump to be able to hit the ball over mid-wicket. Oh, that is going to be a no ball. What's happening here? A wide delivery for 5 wides, and now no ball and a free hit.
Wybreas struggling quite badly in this over. Oh, look at that. That's about chest high with pace as well. He is struggling a little bit. He's not quite on song.
Who was lucky on that occasion? Bowler or the batsman? High full toss missed.
The batsman was the one that was lucky. I'm quite happy didn't hit him in his chest. It could have been very painful, because that was a very quick delivery.
Yeah, 143 Ks and a beamer. Free hit. What Postal is going to muster from this one? Oh, it's Rizwan on strike. Beg your pardon. No damage done. Yeah, really played well. Absorbed a lot of pressure to start with and pounced on every opportunity which was presented to him and was able to improvise when needed.
So they play some lovely strokes. Not afraid to go aerial as well. And a well-played 50.
Yeah, single to end the over. 19 completed. 155 for 2.
Couple of 50s, couple of good partnerships have gotten Comilla Victorians in a very good position. Here's a question for you, sir. Do you think 165 is a winning total on this pitch? No ball. What's happening there?
That is exactly what Saiful didn't want. Now the Kulna Tigers, yes, good call by the umpire. Free hit coming up. That is a little bit of indiscipline on the part of Saiful.
I had a nuanced glance at the field placing, pushed still sharp, weighing his options, where the ball should go. Oh, that was a good delivery. Didn't allow the left-handers to get underneath that one.
Didn't cost them anything. That was brilliant. To answer your question, if 165 is a winning total, you can never be sure in this format what is a winning total. But the way the tournament has gone on, once you get to into over 160, 170 or so, there's always a chance.
It's a fighting total, not the winning one.
Considering there's only once through this tournament that a team has got over 200.